Yeah, my goal is to get the niece the most annoying gift possible.
So they think of you whenever they're annoyed?
That's right. Got to be a funkle.
Hello and welcome back to the Friday Feels episode of the You Up podcast. I'm Jordana Abraham.
And I am Jared Freed. It is so good to be back here with you, Jordana. Welcome back again. We got to give you a second welcome back.
Thank you.
This is like you're settled in.
Yes.
Now the show's happening. This is the real.
No more welcome. No more honeymoon's over.
Honey, that's over. No
Yes.
more cuddle time. We're into the business of dating and relationships. That's what this show is. It's a dating and relationship show, modern dating, modern relationships, how to deal with the intersection of relationships and technology. That's what this show's all about.
Well, speaking of the honeymoon phase.
Yes.
You are newly in a relationship.
That's right. We're going to mine this thing for all I can. You know?
Seriously, I have there's so many topics. I'm so excited. This show is going to have a new life breathed into it. We're going to have so many topics to get into.
Absolutely. There isn't a single question that feels new to me at this point. They're all kind of like, it goes in that phylum or that subsection. They're versions of each other. They are interesting still to us, and we want you to send them, uup@betches.com. Whatever you're going through, send it in. We love a screenshot. We love seeing, underneath the hood. We like the particulars. So we love specificity.
Indeed.
Find out what it means to me. Okay? Yes. Specificity. We want that. Need it. We chew on the bone. Nah.
We want raw materials.
That's right. We want the data. So send in whatever you'd like. We can answer every question that you have, but it is nice to know that we're getting into this unknown territory of relationships.
I'm interested to see if your perspective on things maybe shifts or evolves, but you have a big milestone coming up in your relationship, a big topic I'm sure people write in about all the time. So what are you doing after this recording?
I am going to meet the family.
The
whole family.
Yes.
The whole mishpucha.
The whole immediate family or the whole extended family?
I think the immediate family.
Okay.
This is the immediates.
Okay.
The immediates.
The immediates.
That's what I call them.
Yes.
I said immediates only for my first meeting. I had a lot.
Get your cousins the fuck out of here.
Get them the fuck out.
Yes.
I will do an immediates visit. That's it. That was what I contractually agreed to. Aren't I a fun boyfriend?
Yeah, you sound fun. Well, that's what that's where I'm headed with this is how do you feel going into this? Are you nervous? Are you excited? Are you
excited?
You're pretty good with the parents, I bet.
I can sing, dance, and dust. I can really put on a show, especially for a mom. I mean, by the end of it, I feel like I'll be snuggled between her titties and just telling her all my hopes and dreams.
I hope she hears this.
Boy, I really ruined it before it even began.
No, it's going to be great.
Welcome to the family.
Is there anything, we talked about this a while ago, but is there anything that you feel is anything she told you a warning about? Anything kind of things did you tell her? She met your parents. So is there anything you told her? Don't be.
I said, get
warning,
ready.
Anything?
Don't be what?
A warning? Anything about?
With my family, get in the water, jump in. You're going to be treated as if they've known you 1,700 years. That's kind of how it goes. For me, I'm not, I'd be meeting the parents. If someone agrees to meet your family or wants to or asks to, as I did, I was I want to.
You asked.
Of course. I want to, let's get it going. You met my family. When can I meet yours? Let's do this. You can, because we're distance. So then you have to negotiate traveling and schedules and all those things and that's kind of the communication part of distance relationship, of any relationship, of course. But, I have no concern because I generally a respectful guy. I think I'm respectful. I don't really, I've generally get along with people. Yeah. So I hope they don't hear that whole, snuggle in their titties part, but I hope they understand this is a podcast where we make jokes. Those are concerns. I don't think that there's
if they listen to your content, that's a concern-ish.
No, if they heard my content and had a question about it, I can answer to everything I say because I speak honestly. If someone's you just made a joke about did you say you're gonna if we do well, you'll be in my titties? If that came up.
So you pole dance?
Right. pole dance?
Is that a hobby you've been doing for a while?
Right. Like, if that was the question, I'd be like, well, it's a bit, right? Like, we had this, like, I can speak to it.
No, of course,
So,
yeah.
like, there was a review of the book that just came out. Not to try always be closing here, but the book was reviewed and it said that it wasn't nuanced. It was saying all men and wasn't nuanced. And I'm like, well, sorry to, I can speak to that. I'm happy that you said that because I believe that there isn't a lot of nuance to a man you're dating in the first few months and a man that you're dating in the first year, So there's not a lot of nuance to I have made a commitment to someone and now I'm ready for all the things that go with it.
Right.
If someone I was dating was like, and my parents are going to be there, I would go, oh, okay, that's something I need to acknowledge. Am I ready to meet someone's parents? Am I at that mindset? Am I okay with the responsibility that comes with that? And if I wasn't okay with the relationship, then I probably wouldn't be okay with that. That's why when we give advice here, when I give people things to do, it's not me telling someone to do. We're not going to say, let them. Like that's why that advice from my argument to Mel Robbins would be, I think you are giving advice that isn't something someone could actually use. Because the person that is so concerned with their dating life, they're not the type to generally just let anyone do anything.
Right.
And see how they feel. That's just not,
like,
but when I say, hey, you're texting with someone on and on and on, you keep texting with someone, they don't make a plan, and I say, hey, send this text. This has been a lot of fun, but I'd really like to get to know each other in person. I'm free next Tuesday and Wednesday at 8. Make a plan and I'm in. Mm-hmm. Now, there's the directive. You've gotten an answer. They'll make a plan or they won't.
I'll meet your parents or he won't.
Right.
I'll be there or he won't. So you guys are long distance.
We are long distance.
Right. How do you have like, what's the cadence of like when you see each other? Do you have a plan? Is it just kind of like you're on tour a lot? What is your...
It's kind of like a looking month to month thing.
Okay.
Let's look a few weeks out and see where we can come together, where maybe she can come with me to a certain location and where I could come to her. Like, this weekend, we had a plan to be here taping today. So, okay, I would like to go to New York, do shows at the Comedy Cellar, wake up, do the podcast, and then I'd like to come to you because she lives in Philly.
Okay.
And how would that work out? Oh, well, I can do that. And also, my parents are home and I'd like you to meet them and they want to come to dinner with us. Great. Okay. That's kind of how the discussion happened. Okay, now, next week, now I'm going to Salt Lake City this weekend, and then I go to Tempe, Arizona. That's where I am this weekend. If you're here, if you're there, come to the show. Assemble the group chat. Oh, she's like, I have work stuff I can do in Arizona.
Okay.
Okay, great. So why don't you come with me to Arizona and we'll have a weekend there. But, also while knowing that that's a work weekend and she's been good. It's been okay with respecting that. Like, I can't just do like us gallivanting around Tempe.
Right. You're working.
I have to work and I have to, and again, so I want to be upfront about that. Cause like I've been on dates where it's like you're toting someone around to like show to show and you can tell they like, is this the date?
Right.
Like,
is this the vacation? Yeah.
Is this the vacation? Right. And so I want to be upfront about that. And I think I have been of like,
yeah.
And that
set expectations. Yeah.
Right. The expectation of like, and I know she wouldn't do this, but I would be like, hey, if you want to go home for the second show and not be up all night and want to like, hang at the place or go do whatever you would like to do, you can do that or not come.
Right.
I'm going to make this as good as possible, but I'm also going to like let you know, like there's other things I have to do. Like I think that's the hard part. At 41, I'm better at that than I was at 31. The hard part about doing any different career, whether it be the arts or, you're in entertainment or sports or whatever it is, just any different schedule is like, hey, like this may seem like a hang and it's fun, but like there's also like work that goes in here that I have to do things,
Right.
Like, so it's hard because sometimes you get in the space where it's like, and I've had this happen in the past where hey, I want to, come to the show, but then it's like, this one I need my own brain. I can't split my thoughts.
Yeah. It almost feels like with you, it doesn't matter that much that it's long distance because you're on the road anyway all the time. Mm-hmm. So it's not like if you were like me and you're living in New York and every night you're here, it's probably more of a different thing where you can see each other like casually multiple times a week. Now, like you're always traveling anyway, so you might actually see someone more.
Yeah, I my issue with that, my feedback to that, if like I was you're on the road anyways, it's like you do have to preserve your time. Mm-hmm. I have to like when I take a flight to New York and I'm like, I'm going to get three things done on the plane. If I'm with someone on that flight, I have to like...
You're not getting anything done on the
plane. Not getting anything done on the plane.
Until you've been in a relationship for a while and then you don't need to speak to each other.
Right. And but then you set up a precedent of like a year in, well, you used to talk with me on the plane ride.
Right, but a year in, you might live together and then you might be like, well, we just spoke all...
Right.
You know what I mean?
Listen, I've I'm trying. The one thing with this is I'm trying, and it's happened a couple times, where I'm almost like getting ahead of arguments I would have with an ex that I had.
Okay. You're
like,
pre-fighting?
I'm pre-fighting. Like, okay. Yeah, I'm like, and I'm like, I can understand why people who have, who are in their 30s and 40s who get in relationships that were in other long-term relationships are like, they kind of like the next person kind of pays the price or gets the better version.
Right.
It goes both ways. Because I'm like, there's some times where I'm like, hey, I have to do this show and I can't do otherwise before, or I have to get my thoughts together. And I've had that be like, well, why would, I've been gotten in arguments about that in the past. And now I'm like saying that to this person, but they don't have a problem with it.
I think that's good. I think that's called you're a better communicator than you used to be.
Probably. That's a way to look at it. Yeah. But I don't want to like hold this other person to the problems of another relationship, but I guess that's
I think it's a good thing. She's getting like the clearly communicating, boundary setting person.
You're right. I'm a fantastic boyfriend.
I mean, nothing you're saying doesn't sound bad to me.
I'm trying. It would be weird to be, again, I said this in the last episode, it'd be weird to be 41 and be like, you can't be held to the same standard as a 25-year-old boyfriend.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think that's the problem a lot of the conversation around dating gets into. You have these 40-year-old women who are telling these younger women how trash the new guys are. And you're like, they're acting like 25-year-olds.
Right.
I can't sit here and act like I'm on a high horse. It's easier to be a 41-year-old boyfriend than it is to be a 25-year-old boyfriend.
Right. Well, you also know what to do.
Right. Yes. I'm not trying to like take away credit for myself, but it's easier to be, have disposable income and a career in a direction that I like. And that's kind of what I wanted. That's why, again, like looking back at not getting into a relationship before, when you're trying to figure out your career, that's just one thing that was like always on my mind. And I've kind of I'm a little bit more at peace with that.
Yeah, I think that's great. I mean, timing is part of it.
Right.
Is, I think, a big part of it. It's an underrated part of it.
What are we talking about today?
Let's get into our episode.
Before we do, I am on the road. As comfortable as I am in my career, we have some tickets to sell, and I want you to come to a show. West Hampton, I'm coming this summer.
I'll be there.
Jordana's going to be there.
I haven't seen your set yet.
I know. You got to see it. And I'm in the process of really like getting into the set right now. I had one set that was an hour and 20 minutes. I'm chopping it in half and concentrating on the beginning.
Is that the better half, I would imagine?
It's just different.
Okay.
It's a different subject. They're two different subjects.
Okay.
The second half, I think, is about my relationship life and stuff I'm going through now. So I'm like, I got to like,
so work that out. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm on the road. If you're listening right now, Tempe, Arizona. I'm also going to be in St. Louis, Missouri, and Norwalk, Connecticut, Las Vegas, Nevada, Los Angeles, California, Jacksonville, never been there for shows, Austin, and then West Hampton Beach, Portland, Maine. That's the calendar, jaredfree.com for the tickies. Also, Walking Red Flag, the book.
Yes, check it out.
Just pre-order it. I made an announcement last time. If you pre-order it and buy it for a friend, I'll send a Cameo. Just send me the receipt over DM and then tell me a little bit about you and the friend, and I'll make a video.
You better have hundreds of thousands of cameos.
I would love to have that be my biggest problem.
Yeah.
I want to be a New York Times bestseller. That's my new dream.
I love it.
Let's do it.
I think it's going to happen for you.
And good boyfriend.
Wow.
I want to be both.
Oh, that's so sweet. Look
That's
at
right.
you.
That's right.
Jared's turning into a little cheese ball.
That's
love it.
right. That's
I love
me.
it. I love it.
Cheesy Freed.
Cheesy Freed. Amazing. All right. Let's do an Icky or Picky.
Let's do it.
All right. Hi, J&J Feather. Love the pod. I'll get right into it. I'm a 34-year-old female and single living in Hollywood, California. I'm fairly extroverted and have good luck meeting men in the wild because I have a really cute dog who introduces me to cute fellow dog owners. Totally get that. I recently met this guy who lives across the street from me because we've been out walking our dogs around the same times every so often. He's German, which I have been learning on Duolingo for the past year.
Okay, what a coincidence.
That's kind of random.
That's weird. Well, that's probably what that got them talking.
Yeah.
He's like, ein dun Dog for a walk. And she's like, ein Frau Dog.
Yeah. Mrs. Dog. I'm Frau Dog. Wow, your German is really impeccable.
Thank you.
Yeah, I can tell you've been doing
See my
Duolingo
schnauzer?
And I admit I'm a sucker for an accent. It's interesting. I wouldn't think of the German accent as like sexy. I think of it.
Well, I don't think I did it a lot of justice just now.
I don't think you did, but it's very. I mean, my grandparents, my dad's parents were like German from Germany, and they sounded like terrifying.
Really?
It was not like
It's a scary one.
Yeah. It was like your father is gaining a lot of weight. I'd be like, oh my God, you're terrifying me. Yeah.
I didn't know they were the dean from a school you send your kids away to.
That's what I'm saying. It's they
Your
were
father has been gaining weight.
Yes.
Yeah. There
it sounded a little bit like a horror movie, but love the Germans. Totally.
Who's your father? That could be sexy. There
you go. Yeah. Right. Anyway, she likes a German accent, not for me, but to each their own. We met a couple of times.
But for every seat.
Yes. We met a couple of times before.
Keister for every ein seat. Is it
what
Keister?
Does ein mean?
The? I'm sorry, I keep it around.
Okay. We met a couple of times before he finally asked for my Instagram. Wow. He asked for her Instagram. That's a red flag.
Everything is really making sense here.
I should mention I'm also a model and I shoot mostly e-com campaign and social media for content for brands. That's very LA.
Very LA, very like new age version of JC Penney model.
I could see that.
It's like, I just do some
light chair modeling.
Right. This is I'm a model, but I don't do Giselle runway.
Right. I'm catalog.
Catalog. That's right. Okay.
I wouldn't say I look like your typical Instagram model, but I have more of that girl next door vibe. After a few weeks of following each other on social and chatting a couple of times since then, he asked me to go out to a bar for drinks. I said yes. The next day, I posted a photo of some new glasses a brand sent me to promote in exchange for commission. So I attached a very simple link because honestly, I ordered the wrong prescription, but they were cute, so I posted about them anyway. I don't know if that's relevant, but very nice.
Okay. Good for you.
His response really icked me out, and she attaches the screenshot.
I'm looking at the picture of her.
Okay.
And yeah, daddy like.
She's got some cleavage.
She's got some, she's cute, and she's definitely,
Would you call this a sexual picture?
Yes and no.
Okay.
No, because she has some.
Glasses on?
Well, she has some, what's it called? She has some deniability. You can't, unless.
Because of the link?
Well, the link, but also, I'm just taking a picture, and my titties are there.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
right.
Little cleavage.
It's not like she's wearing a bikini and she's like posing.
Right. This is the picture that we all take where we know we look good, but we don't want it. We're not saying we look good. And, And someone writes you, "Oh, thirst trap," and you're like, "Come on, really, me?" Right. This is one of those pictures, and she may even be hearing me and getting icked out by me saying that because now I'm taking her inside the mind of the man who icked her out. But I'm saying when I see this picture, it is sure there's glasses there, but like, and then also she didn't just take a picture. Like she took it, retook it, took it again, and then. Like made sure the lighting was right. She's facing a window. Like,
sure, she looks good.
She looks good, but I'm saying this is like,
yeah, I know. I know what her thought process is. I've done it too.
Right, and to her, the thought process is I want to look good, and to the men watching who are attracted to her would go, "This is a hot pic of a girl I think is hot."
Right.
So
simple as that.
Again, we're like one road away from like where she wants everyone to be thinking. Mm-hmm. Most men are. You're one standard deviation where I'm like, I don't look at that picture and go, she really looks put together. And oh my God, what a dewy, glowy gloss
she looks like girlfriend material. That's what she wants you to think.
And that's not what we're thinking. We're saying
she looks like someone I could really be with.
No. I'm looking at this.
Have you ever thought that?
Do titties on the.
Have you ever seen a picture of a woman and thought that? Like, is that something that women just think men might think?
Never thought that.
Never thought.
Never been like that.
I could really be with her.
No, I think she looks great. That'd probably be as nice as like normal as I would be. Oh, she looks good. Oh, whoa. Oh, shit.
Okay.
Oh, whoa. Balls moved. No, I don't know.
I want to go on a date with her.
Well, it's not that, right?
Right.
It always starts with, oh, whoa, oh, shit.
Well, right. First, you check in, as you say, with the penis.
The penis is a strong dictator and will not allow you on a date that he doesn't want to go on.
Right. So that's the first barrier to get through.
That is, just imagine when I'm looking at Instagram or any guy, it's their penis just looking at it, just going, all right, you can come in now.
It's a bouncer.
It is the bouncer,
yes,
right?
It's the bouncer.
So, but I do understand where like, again, that is not up to her to teach a guy. Right. That to go back to make this more, right. To make me a feminist.
Of course.
It's not up to her to be like, this is just what you're getting. It's like taking your net and and putting it out of the back of the boat. You're going to get fish, but you're also going to get tires and metal rods and,
all the scum of the ocean.
Right.
Okay. All right, so she posts this picture, and he responds.
So he responds to her picture of her with the cleavage and the glasses. See, even the order I put it in. The cleavage and the glasses. You disappointed a lot of people with this link. Laughing face emoji, laughing face emoji, laughing face emoji.
Huh? Why? New glasses, duh.
It looked like OnlyFans link.
Okay, so she writes...
It's like the most disappointing response.
I know.
Because her being like, glasses, duh, you're being delusional.
I would not know what he was talking about, though, with the link. He's
No, I agree with you.
I wouldn't be like... I would be a little confused as to, what do you mean, where did you think this link was going?
Right.
Like, there's ways to compliment someone's looks without...
No, this is insane.
I don't know why he would do that, right?
For him to even mention, you don't mention OnlyFans.
Right.
It is Fight Club.
It's the first rule of OnlyFans.
Right. The OnlyFans is one of those things. I even hear guys talk about it like, I was on I heard a guy recently, he was like, I was on her OnlyFans and I'm now off it. I'm like, I can't believe he said that out loud.
Is that something most people have?
I don't
know. On? Or do men have you ever seen someone's OnlyFans?
I'm not a member of anyone's OnlyFans. And I just kind of thought that was like a...
Don't ask, don't tell thing.
Yeah, I heard... I'm trying to think back when I heard it, but I have this weird memory of someone being like, oh, I was on that OnlyFans and I had to get off, or my time was done there. I don't know. This might be disappointing every woman who's listening. I'm just saying... It is a thing being used,
right? I'm sure, especially by content creators in LA,
right? And and being used by maybe your boyfriend.
Okay.
So I'm saying the idea that all these people have OnlyFans link and no one's subscribing, but people are subscribing. This is a real business for people.
Yeah, people make a lot of money in there. Okay, so she writes, his response really icked me out. I'm a curvier girl with proportional boobs, so men tend to sexualize me, but I make a point not to share any photos that are too revealing on Instagram, and he only sees me when I've just rolled out of bed. So icky or picky? A man assumes I'm an OnlyFans model because I share my work on social media.
I think, listen, I'm not here. I don't think it's hard to respond to because I kind of disagree with her perspective.
I wouldn't see it right. I mean,
do you think this is her just sharing her work on social media? I'm not saying she deserves.
Right.
This isn't me being like low cut shirt.
Yes.
You were asking for it. I'm just saying you got a gross response. You're turned off. That's okay. But like, let's not be shocked here.
I think yes and no. I don't think women think about how disgusting men are like that often. I just don't like, to me, I don't think about cleavage that much. When I see another woman's cleavage, I don't think about it that much. I wasn't like I first noticed the glasses as opposed to you. So I do think there's a little plausible deniability here. Just like a little, like I think she thinks she looks great, but I think she also might think her like face looks nice. Like I don't necessarily think she's.
Again, and I'm not looking at this picture going, like I'm joking a little bit going, oh, titties, titties, titties.
Right.
But I look at this picture, I go, this is a picture where she's looking sexy.
Right.
I don't look at this picture and go, oh my God, this ad for glasses.
I might as a woman who's not looking at her boobs, but I could see what you're saying.
But I'm saying I'm not just looking. I've made 30 million jokes about her boobs. I'm just saying I look at this again. Men are like bees,
right?
You know, with our eyesight, just like you squint a little and you get a little fuzzy. Hot girl, hottie. Him mentioning OnlyFans is like crazy to me. I was trying to think of how OnlyFans could come up naturally. And I couldn't really think of whether, like, how could OnlyFans come up and a guy could bring it up? Like, do you know what I mean? Where it wouldn't be weird. Because any mention of OnlyFans, you're just basically saying, I want to fuck you.
Right. And that's what he's saying.
Right. So it is perfectly normal for her to be like icked out and be like, I don't want to go out with him. Now you know exactly what he's after. He is not looking for a date. He looked for, and there were clues. He asked for your Instagram. He didn't ask for your number. He never made a plan. Oh, now he's responding to Instagram stories. This guy is as hacky as they come.
Yeah.
We've seen this before.
There's been clues.
Right.
Agreed.
So the fact that he said it is almost a blessing.
Right. You don't have to wonder. Maybe he just wanted to see my Instagram. Like anyone who asks for your Instagram before your number is not trying to seriously date you.
Not at all. Trying to fuck you, trying to keep it about what Instagram's about, which is the looks, the pictures, the no depth. Instagram doesn't offer depth. I know your caption was really well written, but no one read it. We looked at the hot picture where, oh my God, look at them titties. Maybe she'll suck me off.
Wow, there we go. Okay, yeah.
That's the reality. I'm sorry to shock everyone in this room.
What is going through his mind when he sends that what is his logic when he's like, you disappointed a lot of people with this link? Like, what is he hoping happens there?
I guess what does he hope? When he says you're disappointing a lot of people with that link, it's not OnlyFans. That's him saying, you disappointed me. I was really hoping to see you naked.
Right.
And would you like to come over after the dog park one day and maybe roll around like those dogs do?
So he's shooting his shot at that.
This was his side door version of come over and blow me without any responsibility.
So sweet.
Here are the ways I'd bring up. These are ways I bring up OnlyFans.
Okay.
And tell me if it's weird. I have a cousin who has an OnlyFans. Crazy, right? Would that be weird?
Were you on the topic?
We're on the date.
Okay.
You mentioned your cousin. I go, my cousin has OnlyFans? Isn't that crazy?
It's doable.
It's doable?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe you want to talk business.
Well, okay, so the OnlyFans guy.
I would ask how much they made.
Okay, right. It would go into that direction.
Yeah.
Okay, the guy from OnlyFans, the guy who created it, has just passed. You know that?
No, I didn't know that.
So he just passed.
The Hugh Hefner of OnlyFans?
The Hugh Hefner of OnlyFans. So we're talking about that. OnlyFans, and then I say this. OnlyFans is a platform where I cheer for them, but I don't think I could get over the hump to actually pay for an account.
What's the hump?
That I'm paying for this very feeling personal relationship with them. Would that be weird for me to say?
I think it would still be. Or what date are we on?
2.
No, too early for the
too
OnlyFans.
Early.
Too early to think about you purchasing OnlyFans.
What if he said this? Do people assume you have an OnlyFans because you model? That has to be tough to not be taken seriously.
That sounds nice.
That's nice.
Yeah, but is that actually skeevy?
It's a little skeevy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was thinking, is there any way to mention this?
You're so hot, you could be an OnlyFans model.
People would pay for your...
Not like a cover model or anything. You're not that hot. But like OnlyFans, sure.
JCPenney catalog and OnlyFans. Absolutely.
Definitely you. Yeah.
I would only subscribe to an OnlyFans of a family member to support their business, or a woman I met, or a woman that I frequent her Instagram account.
No,
you can't say that. Okay. So
now we know.
All right. Listen. To her, this is a runaway, not a walk away. Or if you want to hook up, like that's what he's looking for.
Yeah, if that's what you're looking for. But that's why everything he's doing is leading to trying to hook up with you.
Right. It all leads to, let me see you naked. Let's do another email.
All right.
29-year-old virgin and heated rivalry. Jordan and Jared. First, let me say, is firstly a word?
I think so.
First
of all, should be. First of all,
let me start by saying I love the podcast. Would love your take on my current situation. I've been seeing a guy for about 4 months. He has a lot of qualities that I want in a long-term partner. I really like him and spending time with him. The issue is we haven't gotten past making out. He shared with me he's never had sex with anyone, and I was taken aback by this, but assured him it's okay and we can do whatever feels right. That was a month ago. We still haven't progressed past a heavy makeout sesh. At this point, I don't feel like I'm in an adult relationship. It's giving 15. First boyfriend vibes. I also can't help but think there's something else going on he's not telling me. Not to mention he was also very interested in heated rivalry. What are your thoughts on this? Am I putting too much weight into this? What do you think?
So she's asking us if he won't have sex with her because he's gay?
I guess so.
What she's
that
implying?
seems to be what she's insinuating.
Right. I mean, here's the thing. If you're looking to be in a more sexual relationship and this person is very sexually inexperienced and not looking for that, it's okay to not want to date them.
Right.
Doesn't mean you need to speculate on why. Doesn't mean, it could be for a number of reasons.
Right.
But I think the only thing that matters here is she wants to be with someone who's more sexual. This guy isn't that sexual.
You and I are on the same page. I think she's doing what a lot of women do, is need a reason for why it didn't work out so that they're not considered an unlovable cat lady.
I think it's also like you don't want to feel like you threw away a good guy.
Sure.
So you need to kind of like villainize him.
Right. And it's like, because what you're saying is it's two different things.
Right.
Is he gay? Not your problem. That goes under the category of not for something for you to deal with.
Right. You don't need to investigate it. You don't need to look for clues. You just have to say, is he meeting whatever needs that I want? And which sounds like he's not.
Right. You want a guy who's looking to get a little freaky with you and explore parts of your body that have never been explored. And we encourage that on this show. So find your guy, your Marco Polo, that can explore your body in a way that's respectful and delicious. That is the going motto of this podcast.
I love it.
A delicious, respectful time.
Something for you guys to think about.
Delicious and respectful. That's my new merch.
You're going to get a hat?
DNR.
Delicious and respect. Isn't that, do not resuscitate.
No, yeah, I think what she's doing is immature. This is like, again, and he loves
right.
This is
something she
fun,
can talk about at the brunch table.
And it's fun fodder.
Right.
It was, it was weird how much he was into that, but it's not about, I don't think you need to figure that out with him.
Right.
You need to figure out that you would like to get off with a guy that you trust and have fun with. This ain't that guy.
Yep. It's over.
We
Bye.
solved dating again.
We did it. We'll be back next week.
Boom.